like 1 millimeter away, though.
I mean, the pressure on these young ladies. Leia being 15, Chloe being 16.
Yeah,
Very young for this category still.
yeah, but they are holding up very good.
So we're gonna need to see what the judge is gonna call for the 8-9 liner of Leia. So liners, the 8 with the little star above it, is when the speaker can't really see if it's an 8 or a 9.
Yeah,
And then the judge is gonna look with a
magnifying.
exactly to see if it's marked up, if it touches the line or if it doesn't touch the line. So in this case, for Leah, it sadly didn't touch the line. It's gonna be marked down as an 8, putting Chloe in a 3-point lead.
Today we have a lot of strong matches, a lot of strong contenders, though.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the lineup we're gonna have later today, we have some really big names in archery.
Yeah,
A lot of youth is already competing in the senior level, so you're gonna see some really familiar names shooting in these youth competitions.
a beautiful star with a 10 close to the X.
And that brings back some confidence, going from an 8, a 9 that's just out, putting it in the middle, knowing my side mark is correct, now I just need to shoot good shots.
Yeah. Another beautiful shot.
And a high 9 for Chloe. I mean, with this pressure these archers are under, it's easy to just make a tiny little mistake in your pressure
That's a perfect score.
and it's gonna drop high.
I think the most important part of the matches are like the first few ends, first two ends at least, because you can really put the pressure and set the tone of the match.
I mean, it's not easy to be the one leading, but sometimes it does give you some rest when you're knowing that you can lose a couple points and still be in the lead.
Yeah,
So currently it's 15 degrees here. It's definitely a bit humid, but there's almost no wind, which makes it really nice for these archers. They have the sun on them. They don't have to wear any kind of thermo clothing.
yeah. So they can be as comfortable as they want with their like clothing.
Exactly, just a nice day of archery. And looking at the sky here, it's probably gonna get even hotter this afternoon.
Yeah, I bet so, cause it's very like you don't have any clouds.
No, it's wide open, the sun is out. So here you're gonna see the schedule of the day's morning. We're starting with the compound under 18 category, moving up to the compound under 21 category. Leah's gonna start first,
A beautiful 10 and X.
and that's what you want.
Yeah, a beautiful start to your fourth end.
And now the pressures are back on Chloe to also shoot her tens because she's only leading by 2 points, which isn't a lot in compound archery.
You can take up 2 points in an instant.
And here you see the pressure is getting to you. You drop a 7 and now you're trading again.
A bit of a long hold, but still hammers it in the 10. Beautiful shot as well. Strong shot.
So we also saw Chloe in the European Youth Cup last year in Bucharest. She finished 17th, so for both these archers it's really a step up from going to a 7th place finish and a 17th place finish, going to the bronze medal match here.
It's a big accomplishment in 1 year.
Yeah, and standing for the first time in one of these final fields. I mean, that puts some pressure
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
that later you're gonna enjoy, but now it's really messing with your mind trying to make those good shots.
Yeah, you just have to be concentrated on the task at hand and shoot your arrows.
Yeah. So now we are seeing that Chloe dropped a few points and we have Leah leading with 4 points. This means that Chloe is gonna start first going into the last end of this bronze medal match. I mean, it's a place you wanna be, leading 4 points, only
The
having
last
to
end,
shoot
yeah.
3 arrows. I mean, anything can happen to the last arrow. I've personally messed up my last arrow I don't know how many times,
Yeah, I did that a lot of times as well.
but it is a nice place to be.
It can happen to anybody. We saw that in Antalya
Yeah.
with Mike.
Yeah, I mean, you can qualify first and then just drop out. So here we see the qualification scores. We see that Leah has qualified first with 683 points. A long headway until the second place qualifier. And you have Chloe fighting her way back up from 6th place qualification into the bronze medal match. I mean, for Chloe it's gonna be a place win even if this doesn't end her way.
It's gonna be a good result either way.
Chloe starting off with a 9. A little bit of a wobbly shot from Leah.
A strong shot, nonetheless, equaling.
I mean, Leah just has to trail Chloe here.
Yeah,
A 10-9 liner looked like a 10 from here.
yeah, same.
I mean, that's what you want to shoot. Try and get that pressure on Leah a bit. And that's the mistake you hope for. So Chloe needs to finish off with a strong arrow.
And she did it, a strong 10 for the finish.
So
Really putting the pressure on Leah.
So if Leah wants to win this, she needs to shoot a 10.
And
she
did
does.
it.
So Leah is gonna take away the bronze medal
Medal.
here. In a strong match for the first final of today.
A 135 to 133.
I mean, we definitely saw some nervous shots,
Yeah.
but that's normal. I mean, for both archers, it's gonna be the first time on the final field. You're gonna have nerves. You're gonna mess up an arrow
At a young age, even.
at such a young age, but
Yeah.
still putting on a great quality of archery. And for Leah, taking home the bronze medal.
Such a big accomplishment from finishing last year on 7th place and finishing this year on 3rd place is such a bump up. Like
Yeah,
your performance, giving you a lot of confidence in this year and next ones.
you can just really be happy with that result.
Yeah, yeah.
Making that much progress in just a winter, it's amazing. So the liner did not touch the 10, so it's gonna be a 9. So Leia wins with 135 points against 133 points. And we see the archers celebrating here.
Yeah. It was a great match.
Great match, both the archers shot amazing scores.
It was a tight one. It was a tight one. She was leading by 3 points in the first 3 ends, and everything got flipped. It can.
So we're gonna see some highlights of this match. So we're now making the field ready for the gold medal match in the compound under 18 women category. I mean, we're shooting at 50 meters here. For when we shoot recurve, we see that in different age categories the distance gets closer. We get from 60 to 70 meters.
On under 18 you have 60 meters, and under 21 and seniors you're gonna be shooting at 70 meters, which is definitely harder.
It's a long progress you need to make.
Yeah.
But here we just shoot 50 meters. So that was us sitting in the commentating position here. We are just sitting right beside the shooting line, being able to look at the whole field. But as we were saying, we just shoot 50 meters at a small target, only being allowed to shoot the 5 ring until the 10.
Yeah. The 10 is, I think, 8 centimeters wide, and the X ring is about 4.
Yeah, it's just the size of a small bottle of water
Yeah.
that you need to hit.
It's definitely challenging.
Definitely. So here we're gonna see the coaches and athletes of the compound under 18 women gold medal match enter the field of play.
On target number 1, we have Katarina Gallo. She qualified 4th with 648 points.
And on target number 2, we are gonna see Abigail Cohen from Israel, who qualified 2nd with 657 points.
Both strong points for her.
2 really great archers,
Yeah.
and again somebody fighting her way back up from the 6th qualifying position, excuse me, 4th qualifying position
To the gold medal match.
to the gold medal match. And again, we have 2 really big cheering teams.
Yeah.
If you watched the finals earlier this week, you know, if we see a French archer, an Israeli archer, or an Italian archer,
yeah.
we're gonna have a huge crowd watching the finals.
In all the contests, they know how to chant their archers. Katarina starting off the first end.
A low 7-8 liner. So the judge is gonna have a look at that arrow, see if it does hit the line of the 8 ring. If it does, it's gonna be marked up as an 8.
Abigail beginning with a 9-8 liner.
I mean, all the archers are starting at a really out-centered.
I think the emotions are like getting to them, but it's something normal.
Definitely, the first arrow you really just want to get used to the playing field here. Moving your sight to the right position.
A strong axe responding from that 9-8 liner.
As Abigail does here. With a little smile at the end.
Yeah, she was definitely satisfied with that shot. A nice stand close to the spider. That's what you want.
Great response from Gallo.
Yeah. Abigail
And a 7.
dropping a point, but they are equal.
So momentarily they are equal, both shooting 25 points, but we still have 2 liners to look at.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let the judge do his work and see what the score is gonna be in just a few minutes. So Katarina took home the gold medal in the women team category, so she really is gonna wanna add another medal onto it.
Yeah. A medal is such a strong mental factor for your archery career. Like if you have a lot of medals and a lot of wins, just brings a lot of confidence in every match.
Definitely, I mean, all these archers put in such a great amount of time in training, in developing their mental state, their fitness, that you want to get those wins in order to complement all the hard work you've put
Yeah.
into this sport. So if we look at the score, the 7 got marked up to an 8 from Gallo and the 8 got marked up to a 9 for Abigail. So we're shooting 26 against 26 points. So all even again, that means that Gallo is gonna start the first arrow.
They don't seem nervous at all.
I mean, I think they're really good at hiding it.
Yeah.
Probably from the inside, they are shaking at the moment.
That's a good first arrow.
a high 6 for Abigail. Not the arrow you want whilst your opponent is shooting a 9.
Yeah, but as we saw in the last match, everything can get flipped on his head. Everything, everything can change in one arrow or one end.
Definitely. I mean, each archer has to perform at their best
Respond.
abilities until the last arrow.
Responding with a great X. That's a shot you want. Great response.
And then a 28. Those are the scores you want. You want to have that at least 110 in it, dropping the little amount of points as possible.
Great response for Cohen as well.
So even after that 6, Cohen is only trailing by 2 points.
Which is a great result.
I mean, it's definitely, you're definitely gonna be able to catch up to that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, one mistake, nothing is done yet. Still 3 more rounds to shoot. Anything can happen. So earlier this week, Abigail won the bronze medal with the mixed team. As you could have seen on the live stream. I mean, that's also a collection you want to add another medal to.
Yeah. My first medal was here in Chattez in 2021 as well. Bronze medal.
Then it must be great to look at this finals again, seeing these archers and some of them making their debut here.
Yeah.
So here we can see the brackets of the finals shot by both archers. We have Abigail winning against Italy, going up against Chloe-ish, winning with a 140 against 134, putting her into the gold final.
And Katarina winning against Netherlands and winning against Luxembourg, Leah Tonus with a 135. Yes, 133.
Katarina really had to put in a lot of work to get here, seeing that the first match was only won with 1 point, and then winning against Leah with 2 points. I mean, that's some.
That was a tight score. Yeah.
That was probably some really nervous matches.
Yeah, but it's good that she prevailed.
And definitely you can see the work pay off.
Abigail starting the third round. Nice 9.
And it's a 6 for Katarina. I mean, that puts the playing ground almost back to square again.
Yeah. That's a 9-10 liner.
They really love the lines in this match.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that.
I mean, sometimes you have the days where the arrows just land in the 10 ring, and sometimes you're gonna have the days where every arrow is gonna be a liner and you're gonna need to call the judge every single end.
Yeah, it happened to me a lot of times. Cohen responding with a perfect 10. Really putting the pressure on Gallo.
Another 9 for Gallo. So now Cohen turned it all the way around and she's leading by 2 points here.
Into the 4th round. But all hope is not lost. Every arrow counts.
We still have 2 more ends to go. And as we said, everything can happen. So here you can see the coach, as we call it, pull out the arrows of Israel. It's a nice way to see where all your arrows are landing when you're shooting a final. I know personally that if I see some arrows going high and I see they're in the same place, I'm gonna try to guess what mistake I'm gonna make if that happens, so that I can possibly prevent it in the finals even.
Or change the arrows out or check them out if you have any broken veins or broken knocks or something like that.
Definitely. It's also a nice way to see your grouping.
Yeah, yeah.
So when we're talking about grouping, we are looking at how the arrow are shot together. I mean, if you notice that you have a lot of low arrows, it's sometimes better to just move a click up, get those really good arrows just out of the X ring, but making those arrows that drop a little bit low just catch the line.
Yeah.
So here we're gonna have Gallo shoot first again, trailing by 3 points as we see the 9-10 liner marked up to a 10 for Abigail. We also saw Katrina last year at the European Youth Cup in Bucharest, where she finished 6th. So also for her, a nice way up again.
Yeah.
Going from 6th place, retraining in the winter, going into the gold medal match here.
And qualifying as 4th and being in a gold medal match. That's a great response. That's a response you want, a 10 and a 9. Really putting the pressure on Cohen.
I mean, that's what you want to create when you're shooting finals. You want to put the pressure on your opponent to shoot 10s.
Yeah.
So that maybe through all this pressure, your opponent is gonna make a mistake, opening the window for you to take home that match.
Responding with a perfect 10. But
And
getting a 10 as well.
So Katrina got 1 point back, so it's gonna be a 2-point lead for Abigail going into the last end of this gold medal match. And as you can hear, the cheering teams have waked up again,
Yeah.
supporting their archers in trying to get that medal home. I don't know how it is for you when you're shooting these final stages, but for me, I really enjoy when my teams are sitting there cheering me on, being as loud as possible.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Like, I definitely don't mind it, but it can be distracting sometimes. At least at shoot-offs, you don't want to be cheered like that loud.
Yeah, it's like sometimes, or if the opposing team is screaming something you can't understand, it can be distracting. And I think it's really personal for the archers. I know in our senior team we have some archers who don't really like it or don't really like certain sentences to be yelled. And then I know archers who just say go all out and scream as loud as possible, because that helps me.
Yeah. Gallo starting the final round.
He really wants to put in the tens here, so Abigail has to win the match. Dropping a low 9 for her first arrow.
Equal in.
Katrina shooting at 8. Doesn't help her put the pressure on Abigail. So Abigail just needs to keep it into the gold. So this is gonna be the deciding arrow.
Yeah, the last one. It's so stressful to trail.
So that's a 9. So now we're gonna have a 3-point lead. So Abigail has to shoot an 8 here in order to win this medal match.
And she does it.
And she does, and she's gonna go on to win the gold medal in the compound under 18 women's category.
Starting from a qualified second place, moving up to the first place is such a big accomplishment.
I mean, that's the end you want. You want to leave here with the gold medal,
Yeah.
and she did. So we're gonna have the judge confirming it. It's nice to see the archers congratulate each other immediately. I know sportsmanship is a really big thing here. We're not a really big community. You know a lot of archers, so you want to be friendly to each other. You want to support each other in every win you get. And sometimes it really does hurt to lose a match.
Yeah, but you
But
have to be a good sport about it.
you still want to support that other archer in shooting great. So it's conferred. Abigail wins the gold medal, and we're gonna see the archers leave the stage here as we are getting ready for the compound under 18 men bronze medal match.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going for the compound 980 bronze medal match.
So here we're gonna see the archers of the compound under 18 men bronze medal match enter the field of play. So on target number 1 we're gonna have Noah Nerber from Germany.
On target number 2, we're gonna have Fabrizio Aloisi qualifying third with a 692 points.
Representing Italy.
Yeah.
So again, we see an Italian archer here. They really bought a strong team this year.
Italy is so prominent in archery, like in every contest. You see a lot of Italians, they are very strong.
They always come in a big group and they're always present in the finals.
Yeah. You can see it in every contest, even in seniors.
So we're gonna have
Fabrizio starting the first hand.
So here Fabrizio qualified higher than Noah. So he could choose if he wanted to start first or second.
With a 10, strong 10.
Just out of the 10 ring. And another 10 Fabrizio.
A beautiful arrow. He was so confident on it.
I mean, that's what you want to do. You want to keep composed, shoot strong shot, know that the shots went off well, and then hoping they fly into the 10.
Yeah. You have to have a strong start, and Fabrizio is definitely delivering on it.
Little bit of a long hold. Going into the 9, still a great end for Fabrizio.
Yeah. Noah having to shoot a 10 to keep it all equal. And he does it.
He does. Nice start from both archers, 29 to equal the playing field, going into the second set. So both of the archers we saw at the European Youth Cup in Bucharest last year, with Fabrizio taking home a 4th place finish and Noah taking home a 9th place finish. So Fabrizio is already familiar with the final field here. And here we see the qualification rounds.
Ifachi Hadar being first with a 696, and Fabrizio being third with a 692, Noah being right behind him with 690, just 2 points separating them.
So both archers ranked 3rd and 4th, kept their place going into all the individual matches, and standing here fighting for the bronze medal.
Both shooting great scores in qualifications.
Yeah, I mean, definitely for the under 18 category, shooting 690 pluses
Yeah, it's
is
very good.
is a real accomplishment.
We saw along the years the level of the competition, both in under 18 and under 21, being so high, going higher and higher. Under 21s shooting as much or even better than the seniors.
Yeah, definitely. I know when I started doing archery that a 700 was something seniors did, and now it's something you already need to shoot in the under 21 category, and
Yeah,
the under 18 category moved up to the high 90s.
yeah.
10.
A beautiful 10 to start the second end.
I mean, the level is developing each year, and each year it's getting better and better.
10.
Not
No.
Noah responding with a great 10 of his own.
9. Quality.
A bit of a long hold.
And you hear the coach speaking to Aloisi all the way through the shot. I know from some archers it really helps to have somebody tell your shot process or give you a countdown even though you're not on the clock yet, knowing that you're gonna make that quick shot.
Yeah, to give you a perspective on
8. Quality.
your shot.
27.
Noah can take the lead with the 10,
9.
but a 9 will do it.
Noah was
So for now, Noah is gonna lead with 2 points against Aloisi, going into the third round of this bronze medal match. So for everybody just tuning in, we're shooting the compound under 18 finals. We were shooting cumulative scoring, meaning that in the end of 5 ends of 3 arrows, the archer with the highest score is gonna take home the bronze medal.
Compared to Olympic style, which they have sets.
Yeah, so later today we're gonna see recurve in the afternoon. They are gonna shoot a set system.
and it's Hopper, target number 2, starts first leader. Third, and
So Aloisi is trailing by 2 points, which means he's gonna start the third end. This bronze medal match.
nine, quality.
Starting off with a low 9, just out of the 10 ring.
We are gonna see Noah how he can respond to that 9. Seeing if he can keep his lead.
8, no.
So Loisy is a pretty familiar face in these final venues. And last year at the Youth Cup, we saw him
9,
Sh-
quality.
ranking 4th, shooting at the finals field. Then we went up to the European Youth Championships, getting that bronze medal, shooting again on a final field. And for Noah, it's his first time standing on an international final field like this.
Nine, quality. 27.
Noah, if he shoots a 10, he can keep his lead and add 1 point to it.
10,
And he does it.
no. 28, 27, 86,
Both
83.
good scores.
It is confirmed
Fabrizio only needing to keep the pressure on him.
So in that last shot, you saw the kind of release Noah is using. I talked to the German team about it. A lot of their archer are using back tension releases. There are releases that really only go off when you really pull your shot throughout your
Yeah.
back, really building up that pressure until your release is gonna let go.
You cannot punch it with like a back tension compared to like a thumb or an index finger release. You cannot punch a back tension one.
Means a really uncommon release to see in competition. I know a lot of archers terrain with it, but to see them shoot it in competition is surprising.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of back tension top archers. You see a lot of thumb releases on the.
You see a lot of thumb and hinge releases,
Yeah,
and with a hinge release, you're working on the same principle of getting that rotation from your back pressure, but it gives you that little bit of playing room if you wanna release a shot early. Just pushing it a tiny bit more, and it's gonna release. So here you're completely left over to when it release is gonna let go.
Fabrizio kicking off the fourth end with a 10, really putting the pressure on Noah.
Again a 9, just out of the 10 ring. I mean, that's the little amount of pressure. You put in a good shot, but with the extra pressure, you just make a tiny bit of mistake, and it's gonna fly just out of the 10 ring, losing you that 1 point you really want.
Yeah, you have to really keep your cool in the final matches. Him getting a 10, equaling the score, keeping his lead.
An 8 for Aloisi. I mean, that does give some room for Noah to put in a good lead for the last round.
Yeah, really opening the door.
And now Noah's gonna lead with 4 points.
That is a reliever for the final end.
I mean, it does give you some rest. It's not over yet because you still have to put in 3 strong arrows, not being allowed to lose more than 3 points in order to definitely win this match. But it gives you some breathing room,
Yeah.
a little place to relax, knowing that, okay, if one does go into the 9, I'm still safe.
Yeah, but again, everything can happen on every arrow.
I mean, the pressure these two athletes are feeling, they can make a mistake in just
A split
second,
second,
and
yeah.
going into a 7 and making the playing ground level again.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely for a young archer as Noah, being 15, just starting his career, and already on the final fields, that's not easy to go with the pressure. Loisy has a bit more experience, being 17-year-old, almost ready to go to the under 21 category.
Being his
probably
last
next
year. Yeah. Fabrizio kicking off the final end of the bronze medal matches, trading by 4 points. And shooting a perfect 10, really putting the pressure back on Noah. And he responds with a 10 as well, keeping his lead.
And here you can see Fabrizio shooting a hinge release. So as we talked about the German archer shooting a back tension release, here you have the same principle, but it just gives you that bit of freedom to manipulate the shot just a tiny bit if it's
Not
need
as
be.
much as a thumb release. Noah dropping a point but still being in the comfortable lead by 3 points. Last arrow being the most stressful. But he gets a 10 with a perfect score.
Alois did everything he could in this round, shooting a perfect score, putting the pressure on Noah to finish off this match. I mean, he must shoot an 8 or higher in order to win.
And he does it
And a 9.
with a 9.
So Noah's gonna walk away with a bronze medal here in the compound under 18 men category.
Seeing as the last arrow went, a sigh of relief on his face.
I mean, the moment you know you're gonna win, the pressure falls off your shoulders and you're just gonna be happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the first time I won a medal at the international competition and the pressure went off, the tears start falling, and you're
Yeah.
just gonna hug your coach, knowing that you did everything you could, you did a great job getting home that medal, putting a reward to all the hard work you have put in.
at a young age, at just 15, and being his first international debut.
I mean, it's impressive. It's really nice shooting from both archers here as they are leaving the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going for the gold medal for the compound under 18 men.
So here we're gonna see the athletes of the compound under 18 men gold medal match enter the field of play.
On the
We'll
target number 1, shooting for Team Israel, Ifachi Hadar. We're ranking 245.
And on target number 2 we're gonna have Simon Sedjiv representing Slovakia. I mean, for them it's a really close country to go to for a competition.
Yeah,
I know some of the countries here really have a time difference, and you hear some archers have a bit of an issue with the jet lag, but to go to a neighboring country, it's really nice.
yeah.
So
Simon starting the first round, first end.
so here Hajar qualified first, but choose to let Simon shoot the first arrow. I mean, it could be a comfortable thing for him, trailing, knowing what the opponent is going to
Yeah.
shoot and just having to eagle or better that score.
Yeah, a lot of people prefer to shoot seconds because you can really know what the other archer has shot, and you know what you should shoot.
I mean, looking at that first arrow, it does work for him, putting it right in the middle of the target.
Beautiful axe. Simon shooting a high 9, having to tune his sight.
I mean, if you land 2 arrows high, you just want to, even though maybe shots don't feel right, you just want to correct the arrow a bit, knowing that your next arrow you did something to prevent it going high again. Going into the 8th. For now, leaving the first round with 26 points, still having one 9-10 liner to look at.
Ifaj responding with a 27, bringing him into the lead.
So depending on that liner, we're gonna either see Hajar leading with 1 point, or the playing ground being all level again, going into the second round.
Yeah,
So both these archers already shot senior world ranking events, where in the moment we're gonna have Simon sitting in at a world ranking of 175, and we're gonna see Hajar ranking in at 245. So these young archers already shooting at the senior level, getting in their first world rankings. I mean, it's nice to see that they're still shooting the youth competitions,
Yeah.
still using this as a good way to learn and a way to get those youth medals, which you really do want.
yeah, they bring a good start to your career.
So yeah, we're gonna see the 9-10 liner marked up to a 10, so we're gonna have an all level playing ground again. So Simon is gonna start shooting first. So we're gonna see how Simon's gonna come back from the last arrow flying into the 8.
Simon 9.
A high 9.
I mean, still high right. You saw him just adjust his sight, knowing 2 arrows went that way. The third is probably gonna go that way also. Let's correct it and bring it into the center.
Hajar responding with a beautiful 10. Simon as well.
And that's what you do. It's going into 10. He still sees it's a bit in the same place, giving it a few more clicks. Probably putting the next one in the middle if the shot feels nice.
A bit of a long hold.
We're into the 8, so it's gonna be another 27 points for Simon here.
The door being right open for Hajar to take the lead. Him taking the lead with a beautiful 10. 20, 29 to 27, bringing him to a lead of 56 to 54.
So after 2 rounds, Hajar is leading with 2 points. Still having 3 more ends to go. But it does give you a little bit of comfort again.
Yeah.
Just knowing you're in the lead.
But it can bring as well a lot of stress because you know you can like drop points.
I mean, that's where the archers really wanna put in their work in their mental game. Because you can look at this from 2 perspectives. It can be really comfortable to lead by 2 points, knowing that if you drop a 9, you're still a point ahead of your opponent. It could also turn the complete other way around and be a mental block, because then you're gonna think, oh, if I drop a 9, I'm not in the lead anymore. Or I only have 2 points, I can only drop 2 9s and we're gonna be level again. That's where you want to put in your mental work, and experience really does come in handy for the archers standing here.
Simon kicking off the third end. Trailing by just 2 points. Seeing if he can come back. Him responding with a beautiful 10. Hajar responding as well.
Dropping a 9. Still in the lead. Another wide 8. We do see the wind picking up a bit here. I mean, that does make it tricky again for the archer, because where the archers are standing, we have a line of tents and a little bit of a hill blocking the wind, so that the archers really don't feel how much it does blow down at the target.
Yeah.
But while your arrows are moving down there, they're really picking up some wind and drafting away.
It's a tricky situation, to say the least, because if you feel the wind on your body, you can at least gauge how much the wind is affecting you, but if it's only at the target, it's hard to just gauge it. You have to shoot an arrow and just dial it in.
I mean, that's it. You're just trying to guess how much is gonna affect your arrow, and then try to compare every arrow to that one time, seeing
Yeah.
if you need to adjust a little bit more or a little bit less. So here after 3 rounds, we're gonna see Hajar leading by 1 point. Both archers ranked really high in the qualification round. So we have Hajar coming in first place qualifier with 696 points. And then we have Simon coming in at the second place qualifier with the exact same score of 696 points.
But Hajar shooting 1x more.
So yeah, when we have tight scores in qualification, we're first gonna look at the amount of tens and X's an archer shoots. After that is equal, we're gonna look at how many X's an archer shot. So in this case, Hajar shot 1x more than Simon, taking home that first place qualifier. So both archers really strong, shooting the exact same score in qualifying and keeping their place throughout all the individual finals going into this gold medal match.
Simon kicking off the fourth end with a beautiful 10. Again, a big score for under 21, 696 points. It's a lot for an under 18-year-old.
Definitely, and it's just a waiting game until we're gonna see the first 700 scores coming in the under 18 category.
Yeah, they are really setting the standards for the points. Hajar being only 16 and shooting 696 points is very impressive.
It's impressive from both archers. You know, Simon is 17, going into the under 21 category next year. But then again, with this score, you can enter the under 21 category and still be in a really high qualifying.
Yeah. Simon really hammering that 10 with a 29. A really good score.
So here, Hajar wants to shoot at 10, putting him in a 2-point lead going into the last round of this gold medal match.
A big of a long hole, but pays off with a beautiful 10.
He nods, he knows it's gonna go into the 10.
Yeah,
Shoots a perfect score. Really impressive.
was a perfect.
So here we're gonna see the brackets for the compound under 18 men category. We see that Hajar had to eliminate one of his own teammates in order to go into the semi-finals, where he won with 147 points against Noah, putting him into this gold medal match.
Yeah, Simon as well shooting big scores, eliminating Croatia and Fabrizio with a 148 to a 147, a big score.
That's a really nice score and a really nervous match.
Yeah,
And when you're just losing 2 points in order to win,
yeah,
I mean, that really puts on some pressure to shoot those perfect scores. But as you can see here, he can handle it.
yeah.
He's doing it again, televised in the gold medal match.
Starting the last end, Simon will be kicking it off with a 2-point. Hajar being in a 2-point lead over Simon.
I mean, Simon already got the gold men team medal and the gold mixed team medal.
Which is a big accomplishment.
It's already a big accomplishment, but it does feel nice if you can bring home 3 gold medals.
Yeah, starting with a beautiful 10. Just putting on the pressure on Hajar.
Hajar only leading with 2 points, so he's gonna want to shoot a 29 here in order to definitely win this match.
Him shooting a 10 low, but still 10. Simon shooting a beautiful 10. A
mean-
very tight grouping.
Those are 2 perfect shots landing exactly where he wants them to land.
Hajar dropping a point, still leading by 1.
I mean, there you can see the nerves kicking in. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
The shot is gonna get a little bit rougher and it's just not gonna release the way you want to. Try to adjust it a little bit. And that's an area you really don't want to see as your last arrow if you're trailing.
Hajar only needing a 9. And him
And
shooting
he
the
shoots
10.
a 10, so he's gonna win this gold medal match, bringing home his third medal of this competition,
Yeah.
winning bronze in the men team and mixed team, finishing off his week with a gold medal.
In the individuals.
I mean, for both archers, an impressive week, taking home 3 medals each, finish off their European Youth Cup here in Qatar. You see Ajar explaining some shots to his coach. I know when I are shooting the finals and you have a bit of a wobbly shot, you just want to talk to the coach, see what you messed up.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going.
So now we're gonna move on to the compound under 21 category. We're gonna see the under 21 women enter the field of play for the bronze medal match. So we moved on to an age category higher. So these are all archers going from 18 until 20 years old. So on target number 1 we're gonna have Freyadis Bendiksdottir from Iceland.
And on target number 2, we're gonna have Lara Drobinak from Croatia.
Both archers just turned to this category or in their second year. Both archers still 18 years old. I mean, to shoot at this level whilst you still have some years to go in this category,
It's
nice.
amazing, yeah. It's something else.
So here we're gonna see Lara qualifying higher,
With a 677 points.
getting her in third place. And we're gonna see Freya qualified 8 with 647 points.
Freya kicking off the first end.
So another interesting choice for Lara to let herself thrill while she have the choice to shoot first. Personally, I like to shoot my arrows first for the most matches. I have some opponents where it's nice to thrill, but for me that really puts on some extra stress, some extra nerves to know what your opponent is shooting and having to better that score.
Yeah. You can really put the pressure if you're shooting first, but it can be the other way around. But I think they have their own strategies with their coaches.
Definitely, I mean, it's something you talk about your coach the day before you even go to here, like what we're gonna do. And I mean, for some archers, it's really good to know which your opponent is scoring and having to eagle or better that score.
Yeah. But her starting with a 10 and Freya starting with a 9, being all equal.
So that was a bit of a rough shot. You saw her really surprised in the way that went off.
Lara picking it off with a 10, 28 to a 27, making a 1 point lead over Freya.
I mean, 2 shots that went off exactly the way she wanted it. One that just escaped her mind.
Yeah.
So this is gonna put Lara in a 1 point lead against Freya for the first round of this bronze medal match. So both archers we have seen earlier this week, with Lara winning the gold medal mixed team and Freya winning a silver medal in the women's team. So both are gonna want to add another medal to their collection.
The biggest being the individuals.
Definitely, it's
The
always
biggest accomplishment.
it's always a medal you really want, knowing that you alone won
Did that,
a medal. So here we can see the brackets. We have Freya winning against the number one qualifying in the quarterfinals. Then moving on to Aurora Janssen, losing to a 141 against a 135, putting her into this bronze medal match.
Lara Drobinak winning their quarterfinals with a 140 over Iceland and losing in the semifinals with Martina Del Duca with a 143, a beautiful shoot off. They both shot X's, and after that a 10 and a 9. It was a crazy one.
I mean, in that match, something we rarely see happened. You rarely see two shoot-offs. When the arrows were so close together that even with a tape measure, the judge couldn't call which arrow was closest to the center.
Yeah.
So we had to go into a second shoot-off, which, I mean, you only see that 1 or 2 times a year.
Yeah. It's a really stressful situations, but a lot of archers enjoy shoot-offs because you can really see who can keep his cool.
I mean, the pressure is really high in those, and if you can keep your cool, shoot your X, shoot your 10, I mean, it's such a reward winning one.
Yeah. Freya ending it with a beautiful 29. Just with a 9 so close to the 10.
Nice way to come back for her, putting the arrows in the middle again.
Lara shooting a 9, liner 8. It's gonna be inspected by the judges.
She
See.
is not happy with that score. You see her shaking her head. That's probably a mistake she had made throughout the week, knowing that, damn it, I did it again.
Yeah. It's good she can acknowledge it and just improve on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's better to just laugh it off, knowing what
Yeah.
you did, knowing to try and prevent it from happening again instead of really
Getting angry.
getting it.
That cortisol doesn't help you in archery, to say the least. You have to just leave it. You
Yeah,
have to shoot your arrows,
But
and what
ev-
happened, that happened.
every arrow is a new arrow, and you
Yeah.
gotta forget that one that didn't go the way you want and go into your next arrow with a clean mind. Otherwise, you're not gonna shoot it. And you see her cheer because the 8 is marked up as a 9. It did catch the line. The judges looked at it. It's cutting the line. So we're now having eagle score in the second set.
Lara
Which-
still being in a 1 point lead over Freya, going into the third set.
So really nice accomplishment from Freya, eliminating the number 1 qualifier in the first round, finding her way to the gold finals after qualifying in 8th place.
That is such a big mental boost, being the last seed, eliminating the first one. It's such a big accomplishment.
Definitely.
It's a big confidence booster.
And Freya needed to shoot a lot of finals to get here. You know, a lot of archers had a bye in this category, putting them in their way into the quarterfinals. But she had to shoot a match before that, so she already had to shoot a match and then go up against another really strong opponent, the number 1 qualifying, and win it. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah. Lara just hammering that X ring. 2 beautiful shots. Still being in front by 3 points. Freya with a 10, but she didn't seem satisfied with that shot.
I mean, sometimes it lands where you want it to land, but the shot didn't go off the way
Yeah.
you wanted. I mean, a bit of luck is involved sometimes. Lara dropping a 9 in the last arrow, not looking happy again.
Still a good score, being in front with 2 points going into the fifth set.
Definitely, and those nines are most of the times the nerves getting to you.
Yeah.
Just not finishing your shot clean at the last moment, and then you're really bummed that you just didn't keep your cool. But it's so hard to do when you're standing here on this final field. Even for Lara being a really experienced archer for her age. I mean, we saw her last year in the Youth Cup in Bucharest shooting the gold medal match, winning gold. And then we saw her shooting European Championships, finishing 6th.
And having her international debut in 2019.
And she's really experienced
Yeah.
doing international tournaments for a long time. But this never gets easy. Shooting a final, the nerves gets to you, and you're never gonna get used to it.
Yeah, I remember back in 2021 when she won the bronze medal match in mixed teams.
So we have Freya starting off, trailing by 2 points, going into the 4th round of this bronze medal match.
Seeing the wind just pick up compared to the first matches of the day, really putting another variable in their shooting, but Lara just hammering that 10 again.
A little bit of a questionable anchor. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't hit at the right place you want it to hit. You just move it off your face, trying to regain it, but it does take a lot of strength, and a lot of strength again to finish that strong shot properly.
And a lot of concentrations to not drop it like in front, just keep it in the back.
Yeah, exactly, and keep your mindset just where you want it. So Freya ending with 27 points, giving a 4-point lead to Lara. So we're gonna have Lara going into the last round with a 3-point lead. This is a position you wanna be, At this level, being allowed to drop 9 points, it sounds a bit weird, being allowed to drop points, but it does give you a bit of...
Wiggle space.
Yeah, it gives you a bit of rest, a bit of confidence, knowing that, okay, again, if I shoot a 9, I'm not in any trouble, I just need to shoot 2 more 10s to win this medal match.
Yeah.
And again, both archers here already shooting senior world ranking events, where you have Lara dropping in at a world ranking of 164, and we have Freya dropping in at the world ranking of a 200.
Both being 18.
Oh, 18. I know for Lara this is her 2nd year of the under 21 category. I mean, it's nice to see these young archers moving along to the senior events, trying to make their debut there.
Yeah, but still shooting the European Youth Cups and Youth Championships.
I mean, you gotta enjoy these competitions as long as you can be a part of them.
Yeah.
For me, next year is gonna be my last year, and I'm really bummed about it. I wanna have another year of youth. So Freya starting off with a strong 10. Long hold for Lara.
But still a 10.
I mean, catching those lines as you want it.
Yeah. Being all equal. She wasn't satisfied with that shot.
No, you saw her shaking her head, knowing that that shot wasn't gonna go in the place she wants to. But it does give Lara some room to just finish her shots.
Having that lead shows she's very comfortable with her shots and her shot process.
It's nice to see Lara from going to a really happy playing phase in the first few rounds of
It's
the
a very
final
serious one, yeah.
to now a very nervous, trying to relaxing. And it's 9, and Lara is gonna take home the bronze medal here in Cates.
142 to a 138. Both shooting very good scores. Very strong match.
Strong match for both archers. Lara coming out on top. She is really happy, she's cheering. I mean, it's nice to see the archers celebrate their win. We're gonna have the judge confirm it. And it's confirmed. Lara wins the bronze medal match in the compound under 21 women's category. Now we're gonna get the field ready for the compound under 21 gold final. So here we're gonna see the athletes of the compound under 21 women gold final enter the field of play. I mean, for me watching this final, it's gonna be a really tense one. Having my teammate from my country, from my mixed team, shooting the gold finals. So in target number 1, we're gonna have Aurora Jansen from the Netherlands.
On target number 2, we're gonna have Martina Del Duca from Italy.
And Martina shot the shoot off against Lara
Yeah,
to get herself into the gold medal match, which was really impressive
Yeah.
shooting from both archers.
again a 143 shoot off with an XX.
Yeah, I mean that level of archery, if you're having to shoot 2 arrows under that pressure, putting them both into the 10 ring, it's impressive.
Yeah, to say the least.
So if I'm right, we're gonna see Aurora shoot first.
Yep, Aurora starting the first end of the gold medal match. With a
And
strong
she starts
10.
off with a 10. So both archers at 19 years of age, standing here in the gold finals, trying to enjoy their sport, their passion at the highest level available for you.
Both making it to the gold medal matches.
So we're gonna see a 9-10 liner from Aurora Jansen.
And Martina starting with a strong 10.
That was a really wobbly shot. You saw the moment she let her thumb go off of the release that it didn't feel right.
Yeah,
And she just tried to push through.
you just have to regroup and shoot your next arrow like it's a new arrow.
9, Martin.
And that's a 9 for Martina. So we're gonna have, at the moment, Aurora leading with a 1-point lead. Still having to wait on the call from the Dutch judge on the 10-9 liner. So both archer ranked really high in the qualification round. We're gonna see Martina ranked second with 678 points. And then we're gonna see Aurora fought their way from 4th place into the gold finals with 670 points.
Both shooting amazing scores.
Yeah, I mean for their category this is amazing scores, amazing level. And here you see how they fought their way into the gold medal. You have Aurora winning from Italy, then going on to shoot the semifinals against Freya, winning with a 141, putting her into the gold medal match.
And Martina winning against Iceland, and in the semifinals winning against Lara Drobiniak with a 143-143, the shootout we talked about.
So if we look at the scores, we can see that the 9-10 liner from Aurora did mark up to be a 10. So now Aurora is leading with 2 points against Martina, going into the second round of this gold medal match.
Martina shooting first, being the lowest score.
So Aurora made her international senior debut this year. She went to the European Cup for the seniors with our national team for the first time.
That has to be a big accomplishment.
I mean, it's a nice way to reward all the training she puts into being able to shoot at this level.
Aurora.
Nice shot going onto the X line.
Her being so confident on that shot.
I mean, definitely this tournament she made a switch which bow she's gonna shoot. Just here in official practice, and she always shot her PSE, but the new Hoyt Stratos, and she was debating which one to shoot in qualifying. So in official practice, we talked with her. We said, now, see which one feels more confident. She chose to shoot the Hoyt, and it paid off. You know, the bow was tuned here. She only shot a couple arrows at home, and you see it's paying off that she chose the right new bow.
Oh, her being not satisfied with that last shot. Pulling her bow arm up. Martina having a 9-10 liner. Gonna be decided by the judge if it's gonna be bumped up to a 29.
So potentially we could have a level playing ground again going into the third set of this gold medal match.
Yeah.
So we saw Martina taking home the gold medal for the women team already earlier this week. And we saw Aurora taking home the bronze mixed team medal. And I was lucky enough to be able to shoot the bronze mixed team finals with her. And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I really enjoy shooting the mixed team. It's one of the most fun categories to do besides individuals.
Martina's 10 being bumped up to a 10, and her shooting a 29 being all equal.
So now we're going in the third set with a score of 56 against 56.
Aurora starting the third end. Starting with a beautiful 10.
Right in the X. I mean, that's just a confident shot going exactly where you want it.
That's what you want from the start, putting all that pressure on. But Martina responding with a 10 of her own.
I mean, it looked like a overly strong shot, you know, seeing her throw her bow, but it landed exactly where she wants it to land.
Yeah.
And I mean, for some archers, that's the way they shoot. I know for myself, sometimes I have the feeling where if I just throw overly strong shots and it works. If that works for you, you just go with the flow and...
Yeah, what works for you works. Aurora
shooting 29 points in her third set of this final. The pressure is on Martina to finish off. Shooting a 9, making it to where Aurora is leading with 1 point again, going into the 4th round of this gold
85,
medal match.
85 to 84 for Aurora.
I mean, really impressive scores from both archers, only dropping 5 and 6 points in the first 3 rounds.
Both of them shooting great scores.
One of the stronger matches we are seeing today,
Yeah,
and we don't expect anything less from these two amazing archers. So we saw Martina shooting the Youth World Championships and European Youth Cup in 2021, and she left the stage for a year and now coming back to the youth competitions in 2023. And what a nice way to come back, putting yourself in the gold medal match.
yeah, and shooting great scores in qualifications as well and matches. It's a great way of coming back into the sport. Martina starting off the 4th end. Strong 10.
I mean, here you really just build the pressure. Each stand needs to be responded with a 10 in order to take home this medal.
Yeah. Just have to pile on the pressure on the other archer.
Martina dropping a high 8, opening the door for Aurora too.
She was not satisfied with that shot being wobbly after the release.
Aurora also dropping an 8, making the level ground playing ground just as it was.
Both of them showing their nerves, being such a tight match.
And 9 for Aurora,
Her taking a point.
getting a 2-point lead going into the last end of this gold medal match.
Having a leeway of only 1 point can bring some confidence.
We saw Aurora last year shooting European Youth Cup in Bucharest, finishing in 7th place.
Being a strong finish.
I mean, that's already a strong finish, and then just go trading in the winter, trying to improve your shots. You know, picking up a new bow, trying to learn how that shoots, and then going with the senior national team to do a competition, standing in the gold finals here. It's really been a nice way to start her season.
Yeah.
So here we're gonna see Martina start off the last 3 arrows of this gold medal match.
Being in a 2-point deficit against Aurora. Seeing if she can put on the pressure on the last end. Shooting a 9.
Quick shot going into the 9.
Was still being slightly not satisfied with the shot.
Aurora also dropping a 9. You see the pressure building up for both archers. They're making some rougher shots,
Yeah.
and it's completely normal.
Martina shooting a 9-10 liner. Oh.
Aurora needing to let go of an arrow.
Falling off the rest. But still shooting that 10.
Still bringing it back, shooting the 10. I mean, here Martina wants to shoot a 10 to put pressure on Aurora to drop those points. So a 6-point lead for Aurora. Shooting a 8, taking home the gold medal.
A 139 to a 137, a strong match, a very tight one from the start. Both shot great, two
Both
great archers.
both shots great scores, only letting Nurse get to them in the last few sets.
Yeah, such a great match.
Amazing shooting from both archers. And we're gonna see them later in the medal ceremony. I mean, it's great to see an archer from your own country, your own mixed teammate, get home that win, take home that gold medal. And
And it's been confirmed. Aurora
That does not change the verdict. Gold. Aurora Janssen. Silver. Martina Del Duca. Ladies and gentlemen.
so now we're gonna get ready for the compound under 21 medal matches. First off, we're gonna shoot the bronze final. So you have an interesting lineup here. We're gonna see a really experienced archer shooting against a bit of an underdog in this competition.
Yeah, it's such an underdog story. On target number 1 having Florin Mirel Juda from Romania.
And then on target number 2, we're gonna have Tim Jesnik from Slovenia. I mean, here you have a classic story of an underdog in this competition. You have Tim, qualified second, going into the bronze final against Florin, qualified 13th, making his way up to this bronze medal match.
Yeah, which is a great result.
I mean, definitely with the level of archery we had in this competition, I know we're both from this category, having sadly lost, not making our way into the medal matches.
Yeah.
But going from a 13th place through the bronze final, it's really impressive shooting from Florian.
Yeah, and him shooting such great scores in the elimination rounds. It's a wonder to see.
Really upping his level by a lot.
Yeah, Tim starting the first end.
So Tim, we already know from not only the youth competition but also the senior competition, being a really accomplished archer.
Yeah, he is very dominant in the sport, very well known.
I mean, being 19 years old, sorry, ranking in 21 of the world. I mean, that's impressive.
Such a quick shot, but gets it into the 10. Tim responding with a 10.
Tim getting into the 10, knowing his side mark is correct, going into the second set of this final.
Being all equaled after the first hand.
We still have to wait for the liner
Yeah,
from Florin. I mean, those are the tense moments where it's gonna decide if you're going in an advantage into the next round or you're all eagle again.
you just have to put the pressure on. Doesn't matter if you're in front or in trailing.
So here we're gonna see the qualification. You see Tim ranked in second, only with 1 point less than the number one qualifier, shooting a 710 points.
And Florin being ranked 13 with a 677, being very far back.
I mean, going from almost last seed, finding your way back up into the top 4 is amazing shooting from Florian.
Yeah,
So here you see the brackets. You see Florin winning the quarterfinals against myself. Sadly enough, he won with an amazing shooting from him. Then he lost to Mattea Brank, the number 1 qualifier, with 145 against 148.
and
Still amazing points.
Tim winning against Robert with a 145 and losing against Shamai with Shamai shooting a great score of 149.
I mean, Tim started the day really strong, but in the quarterfinals and the semifinals, something got to him and it thrown him off the game a little bit.
Yeah,
So it's good to see if he can come back from it.
Tim is starting first, being the trailing archer, the arrow of who was in the brackets, being bumped up to a 10 from Florian.
Jim shooting a low 10 to start off his second set of this bronze medal match.
Miro shooting a great 10, shooting a great hands.
I mean, I've shot against him a numerous amount of times, and last year I think I shot against him and his men team almost every competition I went to, if it was seniors or juniors. And he's such a fun guy to shoot with and shoot against.
Miro just responding with such strong shots and fast shots as well. Taking another point.
Only losing 1 point at the moment.
Yeah. A perfect score from Miro. Such great shooting. You
Impressive
love to
shooting.
see it. Yeah, you just love to see it.
So Tim already took home the gold medal for the men team, whilst you guys brought home the bronze
Yeah.
medal for the men team. So for Tim, this is gonna be his last year as an under 21 archer. He really wanted to bring home some medals to finish off his last year, his last time to be able to shoot his home tournament here.
Yeah, and Mirel being on his first year of under 21s, only being 18 and shooting such great scores. It's
So we're gonna start the third set with a 3-point lead from Florin. Tim being allowed to start first.
being the trailing archer.
Tim has a really interesting way of holding his release. He's shooting a thumb trigger with only 2 fingers on it. And normally, most of the archers put 3 or 4 fingers in your release so that you can get a bit more motion in it.
Yeah.
And then we see Tim only taking 2 fingers, which means he really has to put in the work to be able
To hold it back, yeah.
to hold it back and to hinge the release to let it go.
Mirel responding with a beautiful 10. Taking another point.
Nice grouping of Tim just out of the 10 ring.
Yeah, he has to dial his height in a little bit to the left.
And we see the first 8 of her, and I mean, this is tension.
Yeah,
This is the nerves of standing on that final field.
yeah.
Probably for the first time in his career.
In individuals, yeah, it is.
having to get used to how it feels to stand in front of those cameras when you're not with your teammates.
Yeah, it's much more stressful than being in teams or mixed teams because you have your teammates to rely on and just talk to. But when you're shooting individuals, it's just you. You cannot like have let's say you shoot a 9 and your teammate shoots a 10. You cannot. You only shoot.
You have to make the score and you can't
Yeah, yeah.
rely on your teammates to help you get that win. Both, again, two big cheering teams. Now Tim being the home country athlete, home
Yeah.
country favorite for this match. And then you guys also brought a pretty massive team.
Yeah, it's it's bigger than last 2 years, I think. We just got bigger and bigger, but a lot of our archers just went to seniors, so we have a lot of up and coming archers in our country as well, but they still have to make their debut in nationals. Tim starting the fourth round, being again the trailing archers, just trailing by 2 points against Miral.
Starting strong with a 10.
Seeing if Mirel can respond to the 10, and he does.
And he keeps his calm, still shooting the great shot that he did all week.
Yeah, again, such a big underdog story, him being the least favorite archer in this tournament. Such a good shot.
Just out of the 10 ring. I mean, you see them both really liking to shoot on the lines.
Yeah, yeah. We saw a lot of archers just shooting on the lines this day, but I think the wind is just picking up a little bit and just throwing the shots off a little bit.
It just does look like it, and then you have to guess how to compensate for it, and then sometimes you just overcompensate and it's just gonna go out to the left.
Mirel just dropped an 8, but we have a 9-10 liner, so we're gonna see if this is being bumped up to a 10. They are gonna be equal this round and going to a 2-point lead or a 1-point lead for Mirel in the last round.
So you saw Tim qualify with 710 points, shooting 34 points more than Florin, which in our category is
A
a
lot.
sincere difference. I mean, that's gonna put you all the way back in qualifying, but then regaining your strength and going into these individual matches, shooting your strong shots, it's impressive.
Everything is different in matches because in qualifying you're just shooting and shooting, but in matches the nerves start kicking in and you start to sometimes doubt yourself because again the nerves start kicking in. Like everything can happen. The last seed can beat the first seed, as we saw in the women bronze team, and they can go to medal matches.
So here we see that the 10-9 liner for Florin is marked up to a 10, whilst the 10-9 liner for Tim is marked down to a 9. So in the last round of this bronze medal match, Florin is leading with 2 points against Tim.
They both shot great.
And the pressure is on both archers. Tim, with his experience, really wants to finish this one, but for Florin, he must want to get his medal,
Yeah.
take home this amazing final winning spree that he did.
It doesn't matter, still a great performance for both of them. But such a strong match. Tim starting again the last end.
And he shoots a nice 10 with his first arrow.
Seeing if Mirel can respond to the 10.
I mean, this is definitely putting pressure on Mirel.
And he shoots at 9. Just a 1-point lead for Mirel against Tim. Going into the last 2 arrows.
A rush shot landing low in the 9. You see he wasn't satisfied with it.
Yeah, leaving such a big door open for
Scoring 9.
still keeping that 1 point lead.
I mean, Tim wants to shoot a 10 here and be able to force a shoot off. Possibly to take home the medal. Throwing it into the 8. I mean, that's the shot you don't want as your last arrow. So now a 3-point lead. And he shoots
And
a
he
9.
does it, and he does it. The underdog won the 3rd place, being qualified again as 13th and going up to 3rd place.
I mean,
Such a
10 place markup.
such a great underdog story again.
That's an amazing accomplishment by Florian. And it's confirmed. Florian is the winner of this compound under 21 men bronze final.
Yeah. Such a great job. A great performance for him.
So we're gonna get the field ready for the final match of this morning. We're gonna go to the compound under 21 men gold match in just a few minutes.
So, with one to go in the morning session, Mr. Gentlemen, for the compound under 21. And we start at around 2 o'clock with the Elite division. Right to the end. And for the compound archers and coaches, thank you all for the medal ceremony, because we have to make some pictures, of course, and it will be very good for the archers. Ladies and gentlemen,
So now we're gonna get ready for the compound under 21 men gold medal match, the last final of this morning for the compound category. So here we're gonna see the coaches and athletes enter the field of play. So here we're gonna see two very strong archers shooting against each other. Really known names.
Yeah, on target number 1 we have Elijah Matija Brenk
And
from
on
Slovenia.
And on target number 2 we have Shamai Yarom representing Israel. I mean, both archers are already really accomplished archers. Shamai, only in his first year of compound under 21 category, already ranked 42nd in the world, and Brank ranking 69th in the world.
Yeah, and Brank having such a great roster of winnings, being the world youth champion in 2021 and having a great year overall.
We're gonna have Brank shoot first with his number 1 qualifying place.
Starting off with a great 10.
He didn't really look happy with it, but this is just a side arrow you want.
Yeah, yeah.
He knows it's gonna drop a little bit low, just move your side a few clicks and it's gonna be okay.
Shamai shooting a spider. It was a great 10 from him as well.
And we see the wind picking up a bit, to where the archers are gonna feel it now.
Brank responding with a great 10 from his own. Really standing his ground. Shamai does it as well, a great grouping in the X ring. Brank going perfect.
Brank's gonna give a perfect score for his first round. Let's see if Shamai can respond to that. Bit of a long hold for him,
And he
and he
does it.
does. But this is a testament to the level we are gonna see this match. Two
Yeah.
perfect scores in the first round.
Both of them being well-known archers, as I said, Brank winning the World Youth Cup, Youth Championship in 2021, and Shamai being a well-known archer, making his first debut back in Lancaster in 2019, winning that against one of the greatest archers, greatest under 21 archers, and overall.
I mean, both archers have experience shooting seniors and youth competitions.
Yeah,
I mean, Brank is his last year shooting the under 21 category, if I'm right, and then Shamai just turned into
yeah.
this category. So see the weather report here. It's 20 degrees. The wind picked up a bit, so now you can really see the archers getting blown away a bit. You see the shirts moving, knowing that just the little amount of wind that pushes on you, you are gonna think about how much is gonna affect your shot.
Yeah, but at the level, it doesn't matter. They are shooting such great arrows so
I mean,
constantly.
they're experienced with those situations.
Yeah,
They know how to handle that.
Brian kicking off the second end, being still perfect. Bit of a long hold.
He was not happy with it, still going into the 10.
That was a good shot, but again, he was not happy with it, as
I
you
mean,
said.
with his first individual final yesterday, 2 days ago, he wanted to get at 150, only dropping this one and only 9 in his second arrow of the last set.
Yeah, it was so close. It was, I think, not even 1 centimeter away from the 10 ring. Shamai just dropped a 9, but Frank responding with a perfect 10 again in the X ring.
I mean, in this match, 1 point really could make the difference. Both archers are capable of shooting a 150.
The 9 just got a star with it, so the judges are gonna see if it's gonna be upgraded to a 10. And
And another perfect score for Matthias Brank.
love to see that. Seeing if Shamai can respond to that perfect score.
A rough shot for Shamai, throwing it low into the 9. He is not happy with it.
Yeah, you could see it after the release.
I mean, that's tension, and wanting to win it, knowing you're going up against a really strong archer.
Yeah,
And normally when we're shooting, Shamai and I really try to bash each other as hard as possible. But here I'm hoping both archers shoot a really amazing match.
yeah, it's a very tight match, and it's gonna be an amazing one. Both of them again being so experienced in compound archery and in finals as well. Seeing them a lot this past years in finals, both in teams and in finals individuals.
So the 9-10 liner got marked down to a 9, making it to where Brank is leading with 2 points going into the third set.
Still being perfect.
So here, the same as Tim, with their team, they already brought home a gold medal for the team. So Brank only wants to add another gold medal to his collection of this
Yeah.
tournament.
Shmai not being satisfied with that shot.
And he looked like it was a great shot and then it went off into the 9.
I think the wind just picked up a little bit and just flown in a little bit.
I mean, those are the shots that really can throw you off your game.
Yeah,
Feeling like it went into the 10 and then just going out.
Brank dropping an 8. I think again the wind is just picking up. The archers are starting to be disturbed by it.
Another knife for Shamai.
Both of them still keeping their cool.
8 for Alex.
An 8-9 liner for Matthias Brank. I mean, here you see just the wind, the nerves getting to the archers. Finishing a bit of rough shots. That have huge implications to how this final is gonna go.
Yeah, Shamai was happy with that last arrow. You could see it.
10
Looked like a nice arrow going into the 10. Brank doesn't look happy with the round he just shot. Probably knowing what he did wrong. And it,
Yeah, but still laughing it off.
I mean, you got to. You got to reset your mind. Because the next round you gotta shoot those 10s again in order to bring you back into this match.
Yeah.
We're just gonna wait for the judge confirmation on this round. Because it did look like one of the 8s from Brank was close to the line. But for now, we're looking at a tight score going into the 4th round of this final. And looking at the qualification round, we have Brank qualifying first with 711 points. Really impressive score. And then Shamai ranking in 3rd with 704 points. And as we're looking at the score, we can see that 8 being marked up to a 9, making it to where Brank is leading with an 87 against an 86 from Shamai.
Shamai starting the 4th round being the trailing archer. We're gonna see if he can put the pressure on Brank.
I mean, Brank's home country favorite here. And then you have Shamai really fighting his way to also try and take that gold home.
Shamai with a long hold. But pays off for a 10.
Almost hitting Spider.
Yeah.
He knew it was a great shot. He knew it was going to land great, and it did.
10
Brank responding with a 10 of himself, of his own. Both of them shooting great arrows.
I mean, the level of these two archers is so high that you don't expect anything less but a really close match against each
Yeah.
other.
Just a 1 point lead for Brank. Such a great grouping from Shamai with a perfect score.
Almost hitting 3 X's. That's
Yeah.
and another perfect score for Brank.
Both of them shooting perfect.
Both keeping their scores.
Yeah.
And Brank is gonna lead with 1 point going into the 5th and last round of this final. So the score is confirmed. We're going into a 1 point lead for Brank
Against
into this
Shamai.
last round. I mean, Shamai just wants to put in another perfect score in
To really put the pressure on.
and hope that Brank drops a point.
Yeah.
I mean, both archers look comfortable. They know this finals field in and out. They've been on it countless amount of times. I mean, Shamai dominated the under 18 category for the last year, definitely,
Yeah.
and maybe even the last 2 years. And Brank really known to be standing on the final field in youth competitions, but also senior competitions.
Yeah. He really set a standard for a lot of competitions in under 21s and even in seniors. Shamai starting with a perfect 10.
Great start for Shamai.
Really putting the pressure on Brank to shoot another perfect score. He responds with an X.
Brank responding amazingly.
Yeah. Seeing if Shamai could keep the pressure on, and he does.
Again, just a nod. The confidence of knowing that was a great shot and it's going into the 10. And it does throw your opponent off if you're shaking your head on the line knowing that, yeah, I did that shot.
Yeah.
And seeing that as an opponent does kick up the nerves a bit.
Seeing if Shamai could keep the lead.
Dropping a 9 as last ever, so now the pressure is on Brank to
Shoot
shoot
a
a
10.
10 in order to win the gold medal match.
A long hold. But a
Go
10
into the 10.
to seal the deal.
He looked really surprised by that arrow. For now, Brank has won the gold medal match for the compound under 21 men's category here in his home country of Slovenia.
Such a great match. Both of them being two of the greatest archers of recent times. Being
They're-
so young and having so much potential.
Two really strong archers, only dropping 4 and 5 points.
Yeah, a 146 to a 145 in under 21s in finals gold medal match. It's amazing.
Impressive scoring, and here you can see what one round that didn't go your way can do.
Yeah.
And it's confirmed, Brank has won the gold medal match.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was for this morning. We will start with the second session, and that is the recurve session at 2 o'clock with the recurve women and men under 18. See you all back this afternoon, all the way till the medal ceremony and the closing ceremony. Have a good dinner. No, lunch. And we see you all. Thank you.
Now I need to switch off one camera of yours. I will switch it off. You can have lunch. I will
Thank you for watching, everybody. This was a compound finals for today. We're gonna see you back after lunch with the recurve individual finals, and then in the evening we're gonna have the medal ceremonies for all the categories. Hope to see you back at 2 o'clock later today.
basically you have to yes like this, and we are moving there for a second, or Irena will kill me. And I want to leave. I don't want to be killed. I want to leave. She said yesterday here. Okay, it's enough. It's enough. And then we must put it like raise it to the maximum. Okay. So that Aleš will not stand in the middle, and Aleš is 2 meter tall. And okay, grazie guys. Thank you very much, guys. Is it coming out? Okay. Whew. Okay, now and you can go to have lunch. Thank you. I'll see you after lunch. Yeah, I think it's fine. Oh my god. You are very strong. It was you to do that.
No.
It was my husband then. Okay. Is it? No? Again, a little bit more. Wait. Like this. Okay, enough. Thank you.